Good morning, my friends and family. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning recipes, a little bit of everything. Look how green everything is getting out here. Praise the Lord for that. So, a lot of you might have seen the post I put in the community last night about Greg came outside. He usually lets the dogs out around 9 or 10 at night before we go to bed one last time, and as he was letting them in, he saw a bright light over to the south of us, and he said, but it was very quiet. He went outside and looked, and he said it was a drone that was about only 100 feet off the ground. And he said, or 100 feet in the air. He said that it flew around our area and across the street. And he said it did have a bright light on it. And so he came out, and he said then he saw two more coming from the same area from the south, I believe. And he said then they just shot off to the north and to the northeast. And so I came out and got my phone and got the camera out, and you'll see them. But there was another strange thing that happened. After they went over, we had two jets come from the west, and they were low flying, and they had very bright lights. I'll show you those as well. That flew a path we had not seen any aircraft fly before, and one went over and another one followed the same path, and we could hear, you know, that they were planes, but for as low as they weren't very loud. So that was kind of strange, and we have not seen that either. Now, DFW Airport is to the northeast of us, so they weren't going on that path, and they didn't turn toward the northeast of us. They were headed to the southeast, kind of. So that was very strange. So let you look at these videos that we got, and you'll see them. They appear, and they stay in the same spot, and then one just disappears, and then another one will disappear, and then all of a sudden you'll see all three of them again, but they're still in the same spot. So not really sure what's going on. You take a look, and we'll talk more.
I don't think that's a plane. I don't know how far drones will go, but...
Well, those aren't amateur drones.
No. It was big, and it was real quiet, and it was only about 100 feet up.
Yeah, that's it. Hear how quiet it is? Yeah.
That thing was way. That doesn't even look like the same one.
That's a drone. That's not a plane.
That doesn't look like even the same one.
Yeah, that's a drone.
There's my shot.
It's making a...
Is it a drone or is it a plane?
I've never seen a plane like that.
That's a plane. Delta.
He's awfully low.
Quiet too. Everyone's probably dropping the drone. Look over there.
Here's number 2.
Oh, there's 2 more over there. Let's see. See, we don't have jets flying. What are we doing? Like military tests or something?
So you saw 3 drones, though?
Yeah. It's got green
What? Yeah, but it's
White in the
it's
middle,
the same
green.
path, that other one. I'm not seeing planes like that fly over.
I'm seeing it's another jet.
Yeah.
It's a military jet.
I'm not getting a good picture of it. One went below the tree line, that real bright one.
Look, it looks like there's, look, 3 of them now.
Yeah.
So that make 4 of them.
And planes can't fly that close to each other. Yeah, they look like they're coming this way again. That's really strange.
Three big ass drones. And they were way over there. Better take a film of this. That's weird.
So one just disappeared, and then a third popped up. Now, the other one just, okay, no, there it is.
These cones.
Is it coming up from? No.
The one to the left is really bright white, and the one to the right is kind of an amber.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the same spot. It's not moving. It's not coming this way, and it's not going further away. That's a different one. Now they're gone.
3 times and then leave.
It's back up there in that same spot. And now it's gone. It just went away. Something low flying in its path. See, coming in from the left or from the west.
Yeah, he's moving now.
That came in from the west though.
Yeah, that one's on.
So it lit back up in the same spot. Still in that same spot. That's bizarre. Staying in that same spot now for almost 30 seconds. Okay, so here's Greg's account, guys.
Yeah, last night about 9:30, I think it was. Anyways, a drone was flying, and it was pretty low pretty low altitude. It was only about 100 feet, and it was very quiet too. And it had a flashing light on it, and the red and white, but it was very quiet too, and it was moving at a pretty good tick too. And usually you'll get a lot of rotor wash, you know, from the drones. Some of them are, you know, they make some noise, you know, the buzzing, the whooshing. And yeah, it went around and it circled around a couple times over here, and I figured it was just the people down the street that were flying it. But yeah, it went across our street a couple 100 feet and then came back, and it buzzed around the property a couple times, and then it went real slow, just about 100 feet across this property next door and then across our back acre, and it was going around, you know, just moving again about 100 feet, and it slowed when it was coming this way. But yeah, and it just kept going, and it went miles. It went, because I know how far a radio tower is from us. That's about 3 miles from us, I think, as the crow flies. So it went that direction. It went that direction, and just till it disappeared, you know. So it had some pretty good distance, and it never came back because we hung around, you know, later looking for it, because I was like, wow, man.
And where did the other two come from?
Well, there was one that was way over there in the distance to the east, all right, and that one was pretty stationary, and it was right over there. And then there was 2 more that were over, you could see them in the distance over there, just hovering around. And then it was kind of freaky because 3 military jets that were you know, like, I don't know, they were fighter type jets, but they were at low altitude and going real slow and very quiet too. You know, you could hear the jet, but it was very slow, and they moved directly towards the drone that was over there. So that was kind of freaky. And then let's see, later on, then they moved over to the north, and they parked it to the north, and they were coming up, what, 2s and 3s, and
yeah, that's
so it was pretty, you know, I don't know. It was a big drone because I could vaguely get the outline of it when the light would blink, you know, and you could see it, but it was very quiet, you know, and it was big. It was a pretty good size one. So it was a professional type drone, or at least a very expensive one, with a guy that was a good pilot or had GPS, you know, settings on it or something, but it had some good distance on it.
Okay.
So, but I, you know, I don't mind, I like drones. I wouldn't mind having one, but I don't like drones flying over my property in the middle of the night, you know, circling my house. Or they didn't circle our house, they circled the guys next door or 2 doors down.
Didn't they hit our
may have a reason.
Didn't they go over to our back acre?
Yeah, they did. They went over our back acre. And I don't necessarily really care, but, you know, at night, that's, you know, if I see him come around again, I'm going to throw rocks at him.
Okay.
You know.
So guys, there you have it. Let us know what you're thinking, and you know, honestly, I do care. I do care that now it seems that we're being invaded unknowingly by drones and information seeking, and it's just such a really strange world. I don't think that anybody should have the right to fly over my property without me knowing about it, unless it's the police, of course, or law enforcement. But to just be doing it, and kind of, it's suspicious to me that it was around 9 or 10 o'clock, and then we watched it for another 30, 45 minutes. So it was, you know, bumping close to 11 p.m. Before we just called it quits, and they were still going on. But anyway, leave comments below. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you're seeing any kind of similar thing. Take care, God bless, and we got lots more work coming up. Be sure and hit that subscribe button and that like button. We have a lot more going on, guys. Take care, God bless. Love you.